So I was actually looking for iron ore, and I stumbled across these little piles of stuff along some pull-offs along this industrial road, and just happened to check them out, and they were full of crystals. So I'm just going to I'm gonna take you on site, show you those little piles, and here I'm just going to show you a couple things from the hoard, and then finally I will show you what they look like under long wave ultraviolet light real quick. So okay, so gypsum is a kind of salt. It dissolves out of seawater. That's one of the things it does. And we do have it in our area. So I'm going to show you a piece that I've got from Northern Virginia. I got this piece from the cliffs where the shark's teeth are coming out of and everything, and whale bones and all of that. And other people found the whale bones and all that stuff. I found one shark's tooth, a snaggletooth, but I was the only person to find selenite. So that was a very strange, they didn't know what this was. And I didn't know what it was until tonight. I realized, oh my gosh, because thanks to finding this whole hoard of selenite, I realized, well, this is selenite. We have it in our area. So all right, so that's the local one. Now, the biggest one, the best one I found in this pile of stuff was this guy, and I'll show you a couple pictures of it later, but you can see the basic structure of the crystalline, and see how this is transparent. Like, this stuff is like basically transparent. So that's rare, somewhat, that's less common to have, you know, transparent. You go to ones that they have in the stores, they're usually not. But what I want to show you here is, you see these lines, the lines go in this way, okay? So they form a rhomboid. The crystal structure is a rhomboid. So you got lines going this way, then you have lines this way, and then this way. So that you've got two parallel lines going this way, and then you have two parallel lines going that way, but not at a 90-degree angle. So that's a rhomboid. So that's one sign that it's gypsum, your crystal gypsum. Another thing is, if you can scratch it with your fingernail, you're talking gypsum, crystal gypsum. And crystal gypsum is called selenite. Okay, so this was a fantastic piece to find. Look at this, how it comes to a point there. And on the other side too, it comes to a point. Over here, this guy comes to a point, and you got your two parallel lines going there. But it's just a fantastic piece, and I'll show you a little later. This one layer happens to shine up in the fluorescent light. And one thing that's interesting is this one. This stuff almost looks organic. You see how it's too fine to be just sand. It's more like organic muck or something. So I don't know if this is a fossil. Some of these could be fossils, I don't know. And I just want to show you two store-bought rocks just to kind of give you a sense. This is a rhomboid. Okay, see how you've got your two parallel lines like this, but unlike a regular rectangle, the other sides are not at a 90-degree angle. They're parallel with each other, but they're not at a 90-degree angle. This is not selenite. The reason I know this is not selenite, even though it looks very similar, and even though it has the rhomboid form, is one, selenite is rarely found completely a rhomboid. And the second reason is it's too hard. You should be able to scratch selenite with your fingernail. And this one I can't scratch. It just doesn't scratch with my fingernail. So it's probably either calcite or dolomite, I would guess. I don't know, but it's sure it gave me a run for the money there. And then this one I have also from, actually this was from what I called the Witch's Hoard I found a couple years ago. That's another video. But anyway, this is a whole ball of selenite, and I don't know, like this is cool. The chatoyance, like the tiger eye kind of effect. I don't know if these other guys, if I were to polish this, the side of this transparent guy, I don't know if it would have the chatoyance or not. That might be a particular type of selenite that does that. And also, the cool thing about this one is, if you look at it from this angle, this one's also transparent from that angle. So you can use it as a crystal ball or something. Kind of like I said, I found it in the Witch's Hoard. I don't know. But anyway, so it's chatoyance on the side, and then on the poles, it's transparent. But anyway, that's another selenite. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on site, and then I'm also going to show you some just under UV light real quick, and that will be selenite. Hey guys, I just ran across this pile of stuff, actually a few piles of it, and it's full of really cool pieces of mica or something like I've never seen before. I gotta explore this. I just stumbled into it, and you know, this is wild. This is wild stuff. I'll give her a later report here. Now this pile, they've just bulldozed or whatever, just dumped this. This is iron ore here. There's just like the red iron ore type of thing. It's very heavy. I don't have my magnet with me, but that's iron ore. And they just kind of bulldoze. They don't care. Like this, they got this cool stuff, which I'm suspecting it's gypsum. Just pieces of it, man. Look at that piece. Let me see if I can get that out of there. Oh yeah. This is going to be translucent. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. What the heck? What have I found? You know, sometimes this doesn't always happen. I find stuff. Okay. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to show you real quick what they look like under long wave, ultraviolet light. So what we got is two of the translucent, completely transparent crystals. All right. This is just completely transparent. And both of those, see what happens with those guys. Then we've got, this one is a completely transparent. This is the one with the little Mexican cave in it, the miniature Mexican cave inside there, and it has this transparent crystal on top. That one doesn't react at all. That's just to do as control. And then we've got some with inclusions. The one inclusion I showed you on the other video earlier. This is that organic muck stuff, so that's got that organic muck thing in it. And then here's another beautiful piece, and that's got some inclusions in it. And then we've got this piece, which I love this piece. The inclusions in this one are very fine. See those little, the fine little lines in that one, just going along with the kind of crystal structure. So let's see what happens with those guys. All right. Okay, guys, let's turn on the lights. All right, what do we got here? All right, here's the translucent guy. See how he reacts in the very middle. Just that one layer is reacting, kind of yellow. Can't see it very well here. Okay, this one has a very nice yellow reaction. All right, that translucent, there was something in there that's reacting. All right, here's our guy, our control guy, translucent crystal on the top. Really doesn't have much of any reaction really there. Okay. The ball, I don't know what the ball's doing. I I don't know what that thing's doing. Maybe it's a little blue. I don't know. It's interesting, but I don't think it has much reaction. And then over here we got these guys. And they're reacting pretty well. Oh, by the way, did I already say that we are? Okay. So yeah, this one's yellow. Okay, see that? Remember that part I showed you that was the fine inclusion? That's probably, and a lot of times organic matter gets yellow under the light, under the UV light. And let's see, this one too gets yellow. Okay, and finally this, remember that organic material I was showing you? Yeah, the organic material I was showing you turns yellow. But overall the thing turns yellow. Yeah. So that's our take on these guys. All right. Okay, so I'll just show you a couple real quick, couple other pieces. There was a nice piece to find, and it's a very glossy kind of look, right? Here's another transparent kind of piece, very nice piece, and you see the layers. It builds up in layers because it's generally a sedimentary rock. It comes out of, it layers out of the salt water. And what else did I want to show you here? This one I wanted to show you guys because it just shows you, like, you'll have crystals. You'll have this crystal's point is formed along this way, but then you'll have another crystal forming along this axis. You'll have this crystal forming on this axis. They're not all one flat surface. They're all, each of these crystals is forming, they're kind of like in a jumble, really. And I'm like, how that all happens, I don't know. But so you got this guy going up here, you got this guy going over this way. So that was a neat piece just to remember, to learn about that. Yeah, you got another. Here's another of the transparent ones. Very nice piece. And then I got smaller pieces too. And then I kept some pieces that show you they've got inclusions. Okay, so that's gypsum, guys, and that's crystal gypsum. And hope I made it interesting and gave you a little information about it. And like I said, you can find it in our area. So good luck. Take a look, and if I were you, I would look around in industrial areas too, near concrete plants. We actually eat gypsum. It's in our food. It's been put in as an additive in our food. They use it to purify water, and of course they make plaster out of it in the walls. That's what gypsum is. So they're bringing it into your community and processing it. So there's a good chance that somewhere someone's dumped some of it around where you live too. So keep looking down.